Hi everyone, it's Olivia from Girlybunches, and in this video I'm going to show you how to do the scale stitch with the straight edges but staggered. And this is a follow-up video to the first one I did showing you how to do it in this triangle formation. So in this video, which is a link down below, I have gone in sort of quite in depth on how to do this actual scale, how you make the scale. In this video I'm going to concentrate on showing you how to do this staggered look with the straight edges. Okay, so instead of coming up, starting from a point, working up and getting bigger, we're just going to go, I'm going to show you how to do this staggered bit. I'll do one more video after this that will show you how to do the scale stitch, crocodile scale stitch with straight edges but not staggered. Personally, I don't really like this one as much as I like this one. I think this one looks neater. That's just my opinion. You may prefer it. And yeah, just as I covered in the video about this one, remember this does use up quite a lot of yarn, but it's still a really pretty stitch and makes a great edging. And you know, it's really unusual looking. It doesn't sort of look like the normal crochet, does it? So worth knowing, I think, and I hope you enjoy this. So yeah, we've done this one. There's a link down below to that one, and this one I'm going to do after I've done this one. Okay, so we're going to start off with a base chain of 22, so that is 18 plus 4. I can do my sums, hopefully. So as I said, in the first video I did cover the scales more slowly, and so if you want to see that, go back and have a look at that one first. But I'll just cover the base posts that we're going to work those scales onto. So yeah, like I said, I've got 22 stitches here, so 22 chains, sorry. So we're going to take the 1, 2, 3 first 3 chains as our treble, and I'm going to work 1 treble into the 4th chain from the hook, and that gives us 2 trebles in the same space, like that. And then I'm going to do 1 chain, and I'm going to skip, if I can hold it nicely, going to skip 2 chains and do 2 trebles into that 3rd chain along. Like that. And then I'm just going to repeat that all the way along. So 1 chain, and we got 1, 2, sorry, 1, 2, yeah, 3rd chain along. We're going to do 2 trebles in there. And then 1 chain, 1, 2, 3, 2 trebles in there. One chain, 1, 3, one, 2, 3, yeah. And then into the last one. Okay, so like we did in the first video, we work the trebles around the posts and we secure the petals down, or scales, into the next posts along. So like I said, go back and check out the first video to see how I do the scales, but it's essentially 5 trebles around that first post, working down through the middle of the posts, doing the 1 chain, turning the work over and then working the other 5 around the other side of the post by going up through the back like that. Sorry about that, my camera ran out of my space on the camera. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, one more on the 5, so doing the 5 trebles around that second post, and then slip stitch between the next 2 posts just to secure that scale down. Okay, so the same thing around the next 2 posts, and I'm just going to carry on to the end. Okay, so I'm just going to do that last post, around that last post there. Three, 4, 5. Okay, so that's our first row done. Okay, so now we've got our first set of scales. We now need to do our second set, but we need to make our posts to do our next set of scales with. Sorry, I just completely forgot what I was saying. So, so if I turn it over and just show you the back, if I show you the back of this as well, you can see that basically there are posts here, posts here, posts here. There are posts on top of posts. I don't put them anywhere else. They're not off to the side. There aren't any more or less on each row. It's just how we work those posts. Okay, so each row has the same number of posts. Okay, there aren't any extra on some row or any less on another row. They are just the same number of posts each time. Okay. Gonna turn the work over and I'm going to slip stitch in between those 2 posts there. Now that does 2 things. That tidies up that edge and brings us back to the middle of those 2 posts, where we're going to now do 1, 2, 3 to replace a treble, and then a treble in the same place. So the difference was that when we were doing the triangle, we were doing posts on the edge of the scale stitch, but to get the straight up and down, we're just going to work the posts in between the posts from the previous round. So one chain, God, in between the posts and the 2 posts over the top of the posts from the row before, like that. So 1 chain and then the 2 trebles, which are our posts. All the way to the end. And there we go, our last 2 posts. Okay, so we're not going to go out to that end bit, we're just going to stop there because we're only going to do posts on top of posts. Okay, so on the previous rounds we started to work around that first post there, but we're not going to do that because what we need to do is, if I just turn it over, we need to make a scale that goes in between the first 2 scales. So I'm just going to turn the work over like that, and I'm going to do start doing my trebles around the first of the second set of posts. So again, I'm still going up through the middle because I'm working on this front bit, and I just carry on from there. Same again, 5 trebles around that post, just like before. And then 1 chain, and then turn it over and then back up on the other side of that post. I've done enough there. No, 1 more. And then slip stitch into that next set of posts there. And as you can see, that's now created a scale that falls over the top but in between the 2 scales from the row below. And then you just carry on to the end. So I'll just do that. Okay, so I'm just going to do my last scale of this set before we went to the end, but we don't want one on top of that one, so we just want to scale there, and then we're going to slip stitch into that one which holds it down. And the 1 chain, and then up around the other side. And then we just slip stitch into those 2 posts there. Okay, so now we have our second row of scales, as you can see, and they have that staggered look. And it looks a bit messy at the minute because what we need to do is we need to put another set of scales on top which now fill up the gap. So we're going to go here and here. Okay, so again we're just going to do the same as we did before, and that's posts on top of posts. We're not going to do any extra or any less for this row. So 1, 2, 3, turn the work over and do another treble into that same space, 1 chain, and then we do 2 trebles in between, in the middle of that scale from the second row of scales, 1 chain, 1 chain, and then between there, and then our last set of posts. So what we have now is exactly the same number of posts that we did from the first round. you see that? So now we're going to do another row of scales, but this is going to be a complete repeat of the first lot of scales we did. So we do the chain 3, 2, 3, and then 5 all round that post there. 2, 3, 4, 5, and our chain, and then we turn the work over and then work through this post here. Whoops. Okay, and then we just slip stitch into that one there just to secure that petal down. Now you can see we're creating that staggered look by doing that petal scale. I'll call it the same thing sooner or later, over the top of that one there, and then we're going to do our next scale there, there, and on the end. So I'm just going to carry on and do that. Okay, so there we go. That's the last scale put onto that row, and now you can see that we've made the crocodile stitch in staggered with the staggered scales. And yeah, to carry on you would then just repeat this row. So you would still do the same number of posts, but you would slip stitch into the next one along and start from there doing your scale, not from the end one here. Okay, so I hope you find that helpful. I definitely need a cup of tea now after that. I'm probably sure you need a drink as well. Not the hard stuff though, mind. Nice cup of tea so you can carry on with some crochet afterwards. So yeah, there will be one more video showing you how to do the non-staggered version, the overlapping version, but I'm pretty sure you can work out how to do that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thumbs up would be great, and if you have any comments, please do message me anything you want to. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.